Donald Trump winning the election. Last question, what stocks should I buy? Nancy, you're the greatest options trader of all time. I just want to know what stocks I should buy.
Mr. Alex posted this video on X recently, assaulted by Speaker Pelosi's security detail when all I wanted was stock advice. The security didn't allow him to get this advice. Nancy Pelosi never saw this coming. She was focusing to see that, oh, Trump will be defeated when the man started talking. I don't know if you've seen that video. Take a look at this.
Hi, how are you? My name is Noah. I use he pronouns. Listen, I wasn't able to get a book that was sold out, but I want to say how much I appreciate your fierce, staunch defending of democracy. It really means so much, honestly, I'm really scared about, Donald Trump winning the election. And honestly, with all the distance on X, I honestly, the only chance, that we have is for Donald Trump to actually spend the rest of his life in prison. That's the only hope for democracy.
Win the election.
We do. Well, Nancy, listen. Last question. What stocks should I buy? Nancy, you're the greatest options trader of all time. I just want to know what stocks I should buy. But I just want to know, income inequality is their biggest concern.
Already?
But the police are implementing an institution of white supremacy and racism. I don't understand why they're even here at all. They should be defunded. I just want to know, she makes 6 figures a year in Congress and has $100 million net worth. Don't y'all want to know what stocks she should buy? Come on.
Go away.
I just want to know what stocks to buy.
Yeah.
I want to close the wealth gap. What's the problem?
Go away.
I just want to close the wealth gap. Nancy Pelosi, keep the greatest options trader of all time.
That is the best way to handle some of these people. Nancy Pelosi at this point was extremely embarrassed. If security never came, the kind of question this man could pull up could trigger her. You saw her reactions at the beginning. She was extremely happy to take questions. But along the way, when the questions are changing, she started hearing about stock trading. We all know what Nancy Pelosi and the husband is doing for a very long time. Inside trading, it is something we all know. Now going into something different. RFK is facing...
Hey guys, you want to shake? Not that kind of shake. Healthy shake.
Oh!
CBS 17 is your local election headquarters, and we begin with breaking news. Robert F. Kennedy's name will be removed from the North Carolina ballots. Thanks for joining us. I'm Liz Ortiz.
And I'm Bill Young. This all happening the same day those ballots were supposed to start going out to voters in the mail. Our Capitol reporter Michael Hyland joining us live right now at the Wake County Board of Elections in Raleigh with the very latest. Michael.
The order that came out this morning from the Court of Appeals says this was a unanimous decision by the judges, and it means that the thousands of ballots sitting here ready to go out right now will not go out today. The order does not explain why the judges reached the decision that they did, though. Attorneys for Robert F. Kennedy Jr. argued that having his name on the ballot would be confusing to voters, given that he's endorsed former President Trump. An attorney for the state called this, quote, an 11th hour attempt to disrupt the democratic process. They point out that getting ballots ready has taken weeks of work and cost millions of dollars. Reprinting the ballots and testing them could delay voting by another 2 weeks.
We would have to go back kind of to square one. We would have to reprogram. We would have to recode. We'd have to go through the ballot proofing process again. There's a lot that goes into, preparing for an election to get to this point.
The State Board of Elections has instructed county officials not to send any ballots out today. An email I obtained also says the board has not made a final decision about whether to appeal this decision further to the state Supreme Court. So far, more than 132,000 people in North Carolina have requested to vote by mail, but until all of this gets worked out and there is indeed a final decision here, none of them are going to get those ballots.
That is a big win for Trump. We have all seen what RFK did recently, endorsing Trump, it is a problem to Democrat. Some state came up with the idea like they are not removing him from the ballot. That is something I saw today. I was extremely angry when I saw this. It therefore means Biden should be on the ballot. When you take a look at this article, CNN commentator says having RFK removed from the ballot is disfranchising voters by slightly delaying mailing our ballot, giving people 55 plus days to vote early rather than 60 days. Is now voter suppression. These people are insane. That is what I saw. I'm going to play that video so you will see exactly what is going on. I believe you saw that video of RFK. That is amazing. They put this video just 20 minutes ago with this lady.
Be the big question for the Trump campaign.
I find it ironic.
No, it does matter.
In 2020, Republicans were screaming at the top of their lungs when people were changing rules because we were in a once-in-a-lifetime global pandemic and we needed to do it to accommodate voters. And now on the day when voters should actually be able to start to vote, it's Republicans actually preventing people to do. We are now in a system. I want to remove the politics from this and actually talk about people be able to exercise the franchise. And it is disenfranchising North Carolina voters right now that they believe they could start voting today and they are not. And that is how confusion is disseminated in communities. That is how mis and disinformation starts. That is how you start to see narratives that our system is not working when you let politics play into the role of when people should be able to start voting. Follow the rules. He was on the ballot. He wanted to run. He decided he doesn't want to run. Then he should have made a better decision 6 months ago. But disenfranchising voters right now is not right.
It's amazing. Does he not have the right to remove his name from the ballot?
Not if he missed the deadline.
He may not have.
Be an adult.
Because I think Democrats want him on the ballot because the recognition is that most of his voters
we
fit
actually
the category
didn't want
of Trump
RFK.
voters.
We actually didn't want RFK on the ballot. But he fought and did what he needed to do to get on the ballot. And
This lady is crazy. Yes, these same people sue RFK because they did not want him to run. They did not want him to run because they thought, it will not favor them if the man is running. When he came out now and endorsed this Trump, it is a different story here. This lady is now saying, oh, RFK name should be there because they realize there are still people that will, or they are not yet informed, they will go there and cast a vote for him. It is insane. If this RFK took that decision to endorse Democrat, it could have been a different story. This will encourage all states to remove his name. So you see Democrat politics, they don't even hide it any longer. They are just, let me not say it on this platform.
A couple of weeks ago, Bobby Kennedy, scion of the most storied dynasty in Democratic Party history, dropped out of the presidential race and threw his support not to the Democrat, but to Trump, the one person in Hollywood who doesn't have a single enemy. Well, now she does.
Yes, Maher is right. Democrats supported this lady throughout. Immediately, the husband took a decision to endorse Trump. They are now going after the wife. She made it clear that the husband's decision is not hers, so I don't understand why they are now hating on this lady simply because of that. Okay, in that case, what will you do?
It's one of the best
Gun-toting.
Damn, Kamala.
Kamala Harris is in office right now and has not tried to do anything about the border, has not tried to not tax people on it.
for some people, it's already started.
But when you disrespect Kamala Harris,
They say and they disappear.
The money in politics is so extraordinary, which is something that should have never been allowed to happen.
Much more how things at the DNC.